This is a demonstration of the latest software I've been working on. I'm going to start up here on the file menu, and to load files into the program, come to here, and then you can select one or more files from that list. You can also load files by selecting an entire folder, and these next two items would allow you to add files without deleting the ones you currently have. And I'm going to add in another folder, and I'm going to add another folder. If you look down here in the lower left hand corner, it displays the number of files that have been loaded and the number of data points you have. You can enable series by clicking on these boxes, and this affects all the files that are loaded. These boxes here allow you to more quickly turn things on and off in groups, and you can have all three of them on. This tree view displays all the model and serial numbers that have been loaded. You can expand the serial numbers one more level and it shows the files, and you can go one more level and it shows the data series in each file. This graph area over here is all custom. It can display 49 graphs in this area. You can switch the x-axis scale on all the graphs with this button, and you can switch an individual graph X scale with this button, and you can switch the Y scale with this button. As I move my mouse around, you notice that there's a cursor that's tracking the data series, and if you look up here at these labels, it's reporting the series name, the value, and the units, and it's also doing that for the x-axis. And out here it's displaying the serial number, and then finally this item out here is a wildcard, and it can be set to display anything that's in the header notes. Let's put it on range. In addition to that, if you click on this red flag here, it takes it out of this auto tracking mode, and then you can click on any spot on the screen and these labels are frozen. You can move around. And once you do that, you can right click on the screen and it pulls up some extra options. So you can view this data in a tabular form. You can view that file's header, and this is sortable. You can open that file in Excel, or it'll open it in Notepad if it's a .txt. You can save that data directly to an Access database. You can delete that file off the hard drive, and finally you can remove it from the project, which I'm going to do. And now our file count went down to 179. This button here allows you to switch this tree view so that it has check boxes, and then once you do that, you can turn off model and serial numbers by clicking on that. You could also go like one level further and you can turn off an individual file, and you can go a little further than that. You can actually turn on and off data series. Notice I turn these on. It's easier to see them if you turn them on, and the scale is way different. Okay, then this box here controls how the data is placed on the graph. Since it's set on serial number, it's putting each serial number in a separate graph. So if you want to see all the data on one graph, you can put it on none. If you want to see the axis data, you can put it on that. If you want to see the range, you can do that. And this button here will scale those ranges a little differently. And you can do it by comment. And this could probably be expanded too. I don't know if those are the best choices. This button here shrinks this down because those graphs can get pretty small sometimes. This tab out here allows you to see the individual data series, and it could be grouped by any information that's in the header. Right now it's set on serial number, but you could set it to range. It might make it a little easier to look down the list. This details tab gives you an expansion of what you see up here, but you can see the file name, the date, the time, the model, and the axis, and the comment at all times. And I'm going to turn this back on so you can see it working. This area controls the information that's put into the series labels. Notice that since it's on model is checked, you can see the model numbers over here. But if you want to save space, you can uncheck that. You can uncheck the serial number, and you could even do the range. But at some point you'll lose your colors if you want to check too many things. So it's just kind of up to you, whatever works the best. I'll leave the model off.